Our health. A healthy diet. How can we stay healthy? With carbohydrates, water, fruit and vegetables, oil and butter, dairy products, meat and fish. We should eat a balanced diet to stay healthy. It includes food from every food group. A healthy diet. What are the food groups? Carbohydrates give us energy. We should avoid sugar and pastries. Oil and butter gives us energy. We should eat it in special occasions. Fruits and vegetables help to keep our body healthy. We should eat them every day. Dairy products contain calcium, which is good for our bones. We should drink milk every day. Meat and fish help our body grow and work properly. What are the food groups? Carbohydrates, which contain energy. Carbohydrates are important because they help us feel full up and give us lots of energy to play, do sports, and study. Too much sugar can make us overweight and causes damage to our teeth. Fruit and vegetables, which contain vitamins and minerals. Vitamins are organic substances contained in foods. We need vitamins to live and grow. If we don't eat enough vitamins, we can become very ill. Dairy, which contains protein and calcium. Protein helps your body grow to fight illnesses. Calcium helps keep your bones strong. Meat, fish, nuts, eggs, and pulses contain protein, vitamins, and minerals. Protein helps your body grow and to fight illnesses. Vitamins help keep us healthy and stop us from becoming ill. Fats and oil, which contains fat. Fat is an essential part of our diet, but only in small amounts. There are different types of fats, saturated and unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fats are essential for a balanced diet, and it's important to eat small amounts. Saturated fats can be bad for us because they block arteries and cause heart disease and strokes. Health and illness. What are the causes of illnesses? Genetic disorders. It is a condition that is passed from parent to a child through their DNA. Celiac disease. It affects the small intestine. People have problems absorbing nutrients from food, especially with gluten. Cystic fibrosis. It affects the lungs, intestines, liver, and pancreas. The body produces a mucus that blocks the air and makes it difficult to breathe. Down syndrome. It is a lifelong condition. We associate it with intellectual and cognitive disabilities and distinct physical features. What are the causes of illnesses? Bacterial infection. Some bacteria causes illness. Some illnesses caused by harmful bacteria are pneumonia. Pneumonia is an infection in the lungs. It can be caused by virus or bacteria, such as the streptococcus. Bacteria pneumonia causes serious symptoms. Meningitis. Meningitis is an infection of the lining of the brain. Bacterial meningitis is more harmful and dangerous than the viral meningitis. Food poisoning. Food poisoning enters our body through food. E. coli and salmonella are harmful bacteria. To avoid it, it's important to store and prepare the food properly. How do we get ill? We can get ill by two reasons. When bacteria or virus enter our body. 2. If we don't look after our body. We should protect our skin with sun cream. Too much sun causes skin cancer. We should avoid junk food. Too much fat can block arteries and cause heart disease and strokes. Alcohol and cigarettes are harmful. Health at school. What should we do when going to school? To be safe on the way to school, we should walk on the pavement and use the pedestrian crossing to cross the road. Wear a helmet when cycling to school. Bright and reflecting clothes are good too. Use the pedestrian crossing to cross the road, pushing your bike. Wear the seatbelt on the bus. Don't make too much noise or distract the bus driver. You should wear your seatbelt in the car. Don't distract the driver. What should we do if someone is hurt? Number 1, let an adult know. If it's a sprain, number 2, use the RICE technique. Rest, ice, compress, elevate. If it's a cut, clean the cut. Number 3, pressure the cut with a bandage or gauze. Or number 4, elevate the cut above the level of the hurt. What have we learned? There are 5 food groups: oil and butter, fruits and vegetables, dairy products, meat and fish, carbohydrates. There are 2 types of illnesses: genetic disorders, which have celiac disease, cystic fibrosis, Down syndrome, and bacterial infections, which are pneumonia, meningitis, and food poisoning. Our health. To be safe on the way to school, walk on the pavement and use the pedestrian crossing. Don't make too much noise and don't distract the driver. Wear the helmet when cycling. Wear the seatbelt in the car and bus.